And before we go to our break, I want to show you the newly released Star Wars episode trailer. That's episode 8 trailer, and this one's called The Last Jedi. It'll be coming out just before Christmas at the end of this year. They premiered that on Monday Night Football earlier this week as episode 8 coming out in the new Star Wars series as Disney picked up purchased Lucas a number of years ago, introducing new episodes as we saw episode 7 a couple years ago, I believe it was, Gary. And not a bad episode to open up the new series, as we got episode 8 now coming out at the end of this year. And they released that trailer Monday night. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and we'll come back and talk about it. But here it is, episode 8, The Last.
When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Something inside me has always been there. But now it's awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be. We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down. Come on! This is not going to go the way you think. Fulfill your destiny.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
And as you see there, The Last Jedi, Episode 8 of Star Wars coming this Christmas season. And tickets are available now. You can already go ahead and get them, as we're a couple of months away from Episode 8 coming out. And Gary, you saw that for the first time this morning. And what'd you think of the trailer?
Well, I think it's pretty intense, and it certainly, as a trailer is designed to do, it leaves more questions than answered. You just wonder if Rey is going to cross over to the dark side in this one. It certainly hints that way at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, I think you've seen a lot of chatter online about people wanting that. I think, that certainly adds to the suspense of the trilogy or the series. When anybody goes to the dark side, of course, somebody's got to try to take them down once they cross over. So that's certainly going to be the build-up and anticipation towards Episode 8 in theaters, as Rey might cross over the dark side, which many may know and not know. There's still quite a few people out there haven't seen the first, or not the first, but the episode 7, the last episode, and may not be familiar with it. But Rey's kind of the new upcoming potential Jedi, like Luke Skywalker was when he was taking on Darth Vader. He was called the New Hope, which of course that was episode 4. Now this is the Last Jedi in episode 8. So it's kind of like that same kind of theme, kind of a new hope on the horizon for the good guys to say. So Rey as the potential Jedi might cross over with Kylo Ren.
Certainly hints that way.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it has the potential. So certainly the build up, they're going to try to tease everybody to think that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. Come this December in theaters for Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So I thought actually Episode 7 wasn't bad.
I really enjoyed Episode 7. I think 7 was more intense than some of the others.
Yeah, I thought Episode 7 was pretty good. But I tell you that one they made just a year or so ago, Rogue One. I thought that was even better. That's basically a bridge between what was that, Episode 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah, basically a bridge between Episode 3 and 4. Basically the creation of the Death Star and how that came about.
And explains how the plans fell into the hands of the
Right.
Rebel Alliance, and
it just
really tied all that together.
Yeah, it ties right into Episode 4, and basically the plans are handed over to Princess Leia there, that for the beginning of Episode 4. So I thought that was even better than the Episode 7. That was just basically a standalone episode thrown in there, basically a storyline between Episode 3 and 4. So this is Episode 8. Coming off of Episode 7. I can't remember what the title was, Episode 7.
I don't remember what it was either.
Anyways, but looks like it certainly a good storyline coming in with Rey going to be trained by Luke Skywalker, and that's where Episode 7 ended, with her going and seeing Luke Skywalker, and basically that was the last shot, was her approaching Luke Skywalker, and you can see he's going to be in this one and training young Rey and seeing how that plays out. It's kind of like the old Yoda training Luke Skywalker. It's basically this all over again. It looks like with the basically the plea for the young Jedi to go to the dark side, like Luke Skywalker was tempted by the Emperor and of course Darth Vader. So looks like we're kind of getting a rerun of that this time, but a little bit of different backstory behind it. So yeah, will be interesting. See how it plays out this Christmas.
And it looks like Rey may have more power than even Luke Skywalker by what the trailer shows.
Yeah. All right, we'll see, but gonna be pretty interesting come this Christmas season. What happens with that Episode 8 of Star Wars?
Tickets did go on sale, and I saw on the news yesterday they interviewed the manager of the Paragould Cinema 8, and he had said that they will show the movie on all 8 screens if necessary when it premieres.
Yeah.
Just depends on how many tickets they can sell.
Sure. So it'll be big, but yeah, that was one good thing. I know George Lucas didn't really intend to extend the series past the 6 episodes, and Disney was see a lot of potential in that series and keeping it going, extending it, and purchased that about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
I can't remember when it was.
And they've done. I think they've done fairly well with the series so far. They've created. They've extended the trilogy for 7, 8, and 9, and even created the Rogue One episode. And actually, they're going to create some other standalone episodes as well. I think Han Solo,
the story of Han Solo.
His young years of him and Chewie, doing their adventures or whatever. And I think Boba Fett, they're gonna do a standalone episode with him too. Boba Fett.
I've been reading that too.
Yeah. So they're doing quite a bit with the series. I think they've done a pretty good job so far. It's a tough series to take on because there's so much that's happened that it's hard to build on it. But I think they've done a pretty good job so far in basically extending the story and carrying the story forward. So we'll see. But Episode 8 coming out, what is that, December 15th?
December 15th.
December 15th. So just over 2 months away from Star Wars 8 hitting theaters across the country and across the world even. So be looking forward to Episode 8 coming up.